So now we have the app looking how we want it. Let's set the functionality for the move to tomorrow. So when we click on there, you'll see that there's an on select, and we're just going to put a function here. Now the function I've used is called patch. Now what this does is it writes to a source a specific record and sets the fields that you want to update on that. So the source we want to use is the daily task data source that we've got created. The record we want to update it, we want to take the first value that matches on a filter. I'm going to filter daily tasks, which is the data source we have selected, where ID equals this item, which is the item within the gallery, .id. So the first will just make sure there's one. Obviously there's only one returned, but it makes sure it processes it as a single value. And then it just matches from that filter to match on the ID there. And then the final one that we need to put is what are we going to update there. We put that in some curly brackets. And we're going to set the task date, which is task 020 date. And we could set it, for example, just a now on there. So you can see the format of there. Bring back your data source, filter out the values to get the one you wanted, and just make sure you get the first, so you're only updating a single value. And then finally, what you want to update there. Now actually, rather than setting it to now, we want to set it to tomorrow. So we can use a function called dateAdd, which takes the date value. The existing date is the task date. And we want to add, as you can see, in the number of units there. So we're going to add 1 day, and then the type of unit. You can see it's given you some prompts there, such as days. And then that's done. And if we can just run and test that quickly. So if we had a look at add completed toggle, we click on move to tomorrow, and you'll see the dots appear there. This is how you know it's updating. It's currently on 8th of March, has now been set to be the 9th of March. And if we wanted to move that back, rather than have a quick move back, we can simply go in and edit and change the task date back to the 8th, click on OK, and update that. And again, you see the dots to show that it is doing something there. Next step, let's also add the completed toggle on there. So on this one, while you could do the on select and you could check to see the value and change it and toggle it on there, what I've chosen to do is instead to on check is to do the same thing. So again, we're setting the patch on the daily tasks, taking the first item, filter those daily tasks where ID equals this item .id, as we did before. Oops. Except this time we're going to set the completed tag. Now when it's checked, then we will be setting completed to be true. And if we just copy that quickly, I'm just going to use the traditional Control-C to copy that. And on uncheck, we'll do the same thing, except instead of setting it to true, we will set it to false. So now you'll see if we play that, add completed toggle. You should see the dots appearing there. If we just wanted to quickly validate that that had worked, we can just jump back to the SharePoint and take a look at the list there. Because it's updated, then I can see the add completed toggle is now set to yes. So that's worked. Jumping back quickly, there's a couple of other items that we just want to finish this off. Just in terms of the detail screen, you can see that you've got the details there, but it's put it into alphabetical order on the list of fields, which is not necessarily what you want. So if you select on the items there, you can see that under the options tab for that form, you have a list of the fields, and you can just change the order of those. So we can get the title, key aim, let's keep completed, nice and easy at the bottom, so you can flag that. And you can see very quickly, not too much we want to edit on there. You can add some custom cards, you could add additional content on there you wanted, but let's just keep it simple and just reorder. And we'll do the same thing on the edit screen as well. Just drag and drop, move title up, drag, move date under there, key aim to the top, and completed on the bottom. And then we have a much nicer, more rounded way of viewing that content. Okay, and then we have a much noting app. Just one more step, which we'll cover in the next point.